Alright guys, as requested I'm going to review the latest video by Tennyson. It's called How I Transform My Body in 30 Days.
This is me at 201 pounds at the peak of my bulk. Fast forward 30 days later, I'm down 12 pounds and feeling amazing. This is definitely the easiest cut I've ever done. Strength's going up, rarely hungry, so today I'm gonna show you everything that I'm doing. The first thing that I do every morning is I wake up, obviously, then I do some fasted cardio for a few minutes, then I get out of bed, put my shoes on, and make my way over to Tim Hortons by foot to get my steps in, which is around 6.
Oh my god, you feel amazing? You look amazing, man. Oh yeah, you look like a 50-year-old guy on chemotherapy. Jesus. And I told you guys in the Brian Johnson video that this guy looks horrible. He always hides his dark eye circles and under eye bags, but here you can very clearly see them. He's so much younger than me and really looks like at least 10 years older than me. It's crazy. And this is what bodybuilding, working out, does to you. It's not anything else. I know that some people believe that he's on steroids, but realistically he isn't. You can achieve that kind of a physique if you drink a lot of coffee and work out many times a week. This is all because of working out. It has nothing to do with drugs.
1,000 steps, which leads me to right now, which is breakfast. So typical protein pancakes are like HBO documentaries. They're good for you, but they're plain and boring. These are gonna be like a Netflix doc because you're starting to learn a few things, but with a salacious twist. Everything that I'm making today, obviously the recipes are gonna be in the description. So in the bowl, we have the dry ingredients for our pancakes. We have some oat flour, which I just blended up some oats. We got a scoop of protein, some coconut flour, baking powder, optional stevia. Then I like to add 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder to give it that darker shade to convince my stomach that...
He's 28 years old, by the way, in case you're wondering. And of course, as bodybuilders do nowadays, he's simply using tons of powders, which is going to ruin his digestion. Back in the day, at least, bodybuilders ate raw eggs. They'd made these raw egg and even raw meat shakes, and not just shakes, they just ate raw meat. That used to be normal even 50, 60 years ago. Now you have these kind of slaves who are completely disconnected from what you're supposed to eat. If you want to do bodybuilding, then at least eat right. Then you're not going to look as terrible as this guy does.
Getting a bigger experience. So what we're going to do now is just whisk all of the dry together. Man, I just want to snort it. I don't even want to make it into pancakes. Now it's time for the wet. We're going to add...
How disconnected from reality do you have to be to see that as food? To somehow try to make food out of this mush?
2 whole eggs. Notice I didn't say egg whites. Guys, the yolk is okay. It's not going to kill you. So we're going to add 2 eggs. 1. Count.
Very good. That's true.
With me, guys. 2. Good. There we go. Now we're going to add 6 tablespoons of...
The egg yolk is why you eat the eggs. If you would only eat the whites, you would get nothing out of it. It only has some amino acids, whereas the egg yolks actually have all of the vitamins.
Some non-fat Greek yogurt.
Did he say non-fat-free yogurt? There's only non-fat or fat-free. That's not even a proper English sentence.
Can't be Tennyson recipe without Greek yogurt, right? And then last but not least, because it's going to be a thick batter, we're going to add 1 tablespoon of some water to help lube it up a little bit. Loop. There we go.
Some nice tap water.
Multiple days in a row. The first thing you want to do is just drastically cut your calories or increase your cardio.
Like an absolute slave, Jesus. Natural people would be laughing at him so much, they would really believe that he has some kind of mental issues because he's sitting on a bike which isn't even moving and he's just pedaling away his life. He's decreasing his longevity, that's it.
Make some huge changes, but I promise you guys, just stick with what you're doing and I guarantee you a big slash is going to come. You just got to trust your process. But I just stuck with the game plan and had a low weigh-in today, so just be patient.
That looks like the definition of what a slave peasant would eat. This is what the government loves the losers to eat. It doesn't even look like food in any way at all. Oh my god. Somebody who eats something like this is dumb by every definition. It's just absolute stupidity in the form of food.
This is one of those rare things that's flat, and yet you still want to eat it, okay? So 613 calories, 58 grams of protein, and 13 grams of fiber, which is going to keep you full. Obviously, you're going to top it off with some syrup because pancakes without syrup, it's like a hug without arms. It's just not complete. We're going to be adding some Walden Farms, which is like an anabolic condom, so you get all the fun without the fear of extra calories planting their seed. And if you're going to...
You don't want to eat or do anything that's anabolic. Anabolic only means one thing: aging. That's all that it does.
You use regular syrup, just expect the V-taper of a maple tree, okay? Typical protein pancakes are as like dry as a towel, but I can promise you guys, these are very moist, all right? Very moist.
What you just did, you slave, is that you baked powder with syrup on top and some tap water in between, and now you're eating that. Just really think about what you're actually putting into your mouth, into your system right now. It literally proves that you hate and disrespect yourself, your body, and you are your body. You're really hating yourself by consuming that. It's literally just baked brown sludge made out of powders and tap water. You can't make this up. So good?
Does it taste like a brownie? No. But with the right imagination, you can swallow anything.
Yeah, exactly. That sums it up. And also, if his aim was to create protein pancakes, then it's of course useless, seeing as you already cooked away the protein. It's the same with eating cooked meat. You get way less protein compared to raw meat. When you're eating some baked sludge, of course you're getting pretty much no protein out of it. It's completely pointless.
You know, pancakes just remind me of being a kid on the weekends. My parents would always make them. But I just chalk that up to white people stuff. All right, guys, so we're at the gym right now. And when you're on a cut, a little bit deeper into the cut, you get more days where you don't really want to be here. Motivation's kind of hard to come by, but you have two options.
The donut in the power really sums up his diet, so far anyway.
Get it done or regret it later. So we got chest, back, and biceps. How I kind of plan my training is I have my primary movements, then my secondary movements, and then kind of my third string kind of teammates. So primary movements today are flat Smith machine bench and bench over a 2-arm dumbbell row.
Cool story, man. And what do you do this for? To look way older than you are? You want to decrease your longevity? You want to look way beyond your biological age so that women don't find you attractive? What's the goal here exactly? You're in a man-made building with tons of slaves lifting man-made weights simply because the government, the media brainwashed you to do that. And that's simply because you believe that now you are manly. Now that you care what other men think about you, and only men even care about working out. Women find it not attractive at the least, but most of the time actually disgusting and repulsive.
When you're cutting, you have less food, which means you have less recovery. So why do the same amount of work if you're gonna have less recovery? So I kind of just drop it down, kind of manage my fatigue. So I only did 3 sets on the bench instead of 4. Again, 3 sets on here. A lot of other things, 2 to 3 sets only. My priority when I'm in the gym is to maintain my strength that I had when I was bulking. So if I do a lot of sets, I'm gonna burn out faster. The rest of the work is gonna be a joke. Once you hit the 12 rep threshold, add 5.
That's another thing. The more calories you consume, the sooner you're going to die. People who exercise obviously eat more food, which is just one of the many ways that they decrease their longevity.
Pounds, keep on repeating that process. Next day we have the secondary movements, machine chest press, and then we're gonna head over to the pull down and do a neutral grip pull down, 3 sets, both things, 10 to 12 reps.
Why though? Why do you do any of this? What's the purpose? What's the goal here? Oh my god, look at that face expression. It's literally the definition of a slave. He goes to the gym, he hates it, literally. You can see by face expressions if people enjoy or hate something. He hates it, he hates himself, which is why he goes there. Imagine how he's gonna look like when he's in his mid-30s already even. He's gonna look like he's 60, 70 years old, I'm not even kidding. If he already looks so old right now. It's just absolute self-hate what you're seeing here. Oh my god, I gotta push man-made metal for no reason. Why? Well, because I'm being filmed. I'm insecure. I need attention, attention, attention. That's what I live for. It's also funny that he's grunting, seeing as working out decreases testosterone.
In this bowl, we have a full can of rinsed white kidney beans, which I just mashed up a little bit roughly. Into that, we are going to add a full pound of some ground turkey.
Why the hell is this guy eating kidney beans? They are insanely poisonous.
I have a quarter of a cup roughly of parsley, fresh parsley, quarter of a cup roughly fresh dill.
Parsley, wow. You do understand that it makes you literally infertile. It literally kills your cells.
You can totally use dried parsley and dill if you want to. And then 2 strips of chicken bacon that I just finally diced up. We're just gonna put it right in there, just like that, okay? Then we are gonna add 1 cup of the lowest calorie cheese that you can find at your grocery store. That happens to be the Tex-Mex for me, which is 80 calories per third of a cup. Boom. Then we're gonna obviously add a third of a cup of some Greek yogurt. I always gotta find a way, you guys, you know that. Always gotta find a way to throw it in. A little bit of salt to taste. There we go. Now we're gonna add some garlic powder and some onion powder.
Again, onions and garlic are super toxic to the human body.
Go with the garlic parmesan today and kind of just do really what you want to do. I kind of go always heavy on the seasoning. More seasoning, better pumps, right? Now, you got this.
What do you mean more seasoning, better pumps? Does he mean that you have a lot of adrenaline going through your body because of the toxicity of the spices or what? Yeah, that could actually be true.
Big kind of like disaster in here. So, we're going to form it up into patties. We're going to get in there, right? You know it's real when I do that.
He seems to turn all of his food into mush.
And this is how the bowl should look, okay? So now what we're going to do is...
It just looks disgusting.
4 gigantic patties. I'm just kidding. This recipe is great for like meal prep if you want to work none of us want to work, right? If you work the whole week, make a batch of these for the week and you're good to go. You can freeze these things. They're just freaking delicious. Got lots of beans so you can toot and annoy your coworkers. Look at that fat daddy.
Yeah, why does he use the beans, really?
It ain't playing. Sure as hell ain't playing. It's like a patty for dinosaurs. I like to air fry these things. You can put them in the oven if you want to. You can put them on the barbecue if you want to. You can put them on the pan if you want to. You can be primally eat them raw if you want to, which I wouldn't recommend. So I like to air fry them through.
You shouldn't eat them raw because of the beans, obviously, even though they have already been cooked, but still. They taste horrible. They have lectins, phytic acid, which doesn't let you digest and absorb the protein from the beans and also from the meat if you eat it together with the meat, which is what he's doing. If the meat was simply raw, then you could be, of course, eating it if it was good quality, which it isn't probably. What's the point of eating like this as a bodybuilder if your goal should be to get more protein? You should be eating good quality raw meat instead of eating beans with cooked meat where you destroy the amino acids. You're getting a lot less protein.
Burgers are done. Look at them. They look and they...
Looks like a bunch of carcinogens.
They just smell even better. I wish YouTube had a smell feature. But I like to top them
If YouTube had a smell feature, I would have thrown up.
off with some tomato on the top. Calories per...
That's funny because the tomatoes are raw. He's really just trying to imitate raw meat with blood, seeing as tomatoes have sort of a similar taste to blood. He just wants something fresh and raw. That's why he puts it on top of that carcinogenic bean, whatever garbage it is, Jesus Christ.
patty, slightly under 300.
Oh, he says 38 grams of protein. No, what you read on the backside of the package where you buy your slave food is not what you're actually going to get out of it. Check the biological value of beans, for example. He got, at most, 15 grams of protein from this meal. At the very most.
50, 38 grams of protein each, and 14 grams of fiber each. So again, this is going to keep you full, okay? And, you know, I don't have a bun, because I am the breadwinner. Man, these are so moist, they're going to affect your dreams. Holy shit.
That looks insanely disgusting. How delusional can you get? Nice dark eye circles, man. At 28, man. Jesus Christ, man.
I think I make food taste too good on it.
Oh my god, you look horrible. He looks like a marathon runner.
I cut. I just want to eat even more. I self-sabotage. That's what I do. Wow, these are freaking phenomenal. The freaking fresh herbs. If you're going to make these, I really recommend the fresh herbs. They're so...
How are the herbs fresh? in any way at all. You just cook them to death.
Damn good. Oh, I used to always just want to.
You're lucky that you cook them. You don't even know what you're doing, but you actually destroyed and neutralized a lot of the toxins in the parsley.
I don't want to get tempted. Too many temptations behind me. There's temptations in front of me.
You eat absolute junk food and garbage anyway. What does it matter? Really, I don't see what difference it would make.
In my strainer here, we have equal parts macaroni noodles and cauliflower. Yes, a whole head of cauliflower, which I cooked up together. We're going to pour it into our massive bowl here.
I wonder why he does that. Cauliflower has no nutrients at all. It's just fiber. You're literally just eating white fiber for no reason. Just to have more gas. He already probably has incredibly much gas.
Typical mac and cheese has so much dairy in it that it's just ridiculous. There's cream, there's a lot of cheese, just a lot of stuff going on. Here,
yeah, so that's what makes it healthier.
we have 2 cups of the same cheese we used earlier, the lowest calorie cheese that you can find. And we're gonna bring it over here. I have 2 cups of cashew milk, unsweetened. I have...
Why does he use all of this plant-based garbage?
Now we are gonna pour it into our casserole pan, just like so.
I don't think I've ever watched a video where I wanted to throw up so many times.
So each quarter, this is 4 servings, 381 calories per serving.
Again, 23 grams of protein. When you cook all of the stuff, 10 grams maximum.
Which is phenomenal, and 23 grams of protein per serving.
And you're delusional.
The other half for Katie, top of the chicken breast, dinner. Got a hair in my food. I'm sending it back. This is only...
So he's eating pasteurized garbage cheese full of harmful chemicals, cauliflower which only has fiber, literally no point except to produce more gas, to be bloated all day. And then of course there's carcinogens on top, as you can see. Noodles, which only have fiber, anti-nutrients and sugar. And the cheese basically has no fat, which would be the only good thing about it. It's one of the worst meals you could possibly eat.
1 of 2 servings I'm going to have, so good amount of volume. Total calories for both servings plus the chicken, 966 calories with 84 grams of protein. And, you know, I have been known to get emotional over a batch of mac and cheese. Let's see. I will say, the cauliflower at the beginning, it might annoy you a little bit, but just like a successful marriage, there's nothing you can't just eat your way past. You know what I mean? Would you rather eat a 10 every now and then, or a 7 every day? You know what I mean? I'd choose a 7 every day.
Why do you use the cauliflower at all then, if it makes the meal worse?
My calories are
such a weird guy.
279 calories. I give myself a 200 calorie kind of snack right before bed. That could really be anything. It always changes. It could be watermelon. It could be that s'mores protein cookie. I'll link that video in the description. Analog ice cream. Really whatever I want to do. I have 200 calories left, leaving my total calories for the day at 2,479 calories.
Calorie-wise, he got maybe 1800 maximum.
Without the snack, 218 grams of protein. So a good amount of food.
Protein-wise, around 100 grams maximum, probably way less.
Feeling good. Hopefully you guys can try some of these recipes out. Again, everything is in the description, along with my full training routine.
What kind of a stupid video was this even? You simply showed 3 meals. Where's the 30-day body transformation? It's just stupid.
I just want to take a look at what I'm doing in more depth. So if you guys enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Cool, man. So basically this video was you making 3 incredibly unhealthy meals, you showing how delusional and ignorant you are about nutrition, even macronutrients. I understand that people don't understand anything about micronutrients. That's okay, I'm used to it, but he didn't even understand anything about macronutrients, as in calories. He really believed that he got so much protein out of it. You cook this stuff away, man. Do you not understand that cooking food destroys protein? It's just nutrition 101. Also, nobody is going to follow these recipes and your lifestyle after seeing how terrible you look like. You have some of the worst dark eye circles and under eye bags I have seen. Also the wrinkles around his eyes. Who wants to look like that in his late 20s? I understand that a lot of people get brainwashed to do bodybuilding because they believe that women are going to find you attractive, which is obviously absolute nonsense. They actually find you repulsive. But even if you don't realize that, you should be able to realize that if your face, which is what women fall in love with, is going to look so old at such a young age, then of course you're not going to have any success with women. Thanks for watching.